the blue whale. At up to 100 feet long, this is the largest animal known to have ever existed on Earth, larger than any dinosaur in the fossil record, with a heart alone that weighs about as much as a small car and an aorta wide enough for a child to crawl through. And yet, almost everything that enormous body does, it does to eat something barely visible to the naked eye. A blue whale feeds by lunging through dense swarms of krill, expanding the pleated grooves along its throat to engulf up to 90 tons of water and prey in a single mouthful, then forcing the water back out through comb-like baleen plates that trap the krill behind. It is the largest animal on the planet, sustained almost entirely by one of the smallest, the humpback whale. Off the coast of Alaska, groups of humpbacks have been filmed coordinating one of the strangest hunting techniques in the animal kingdom, diving beneath a school of fish, then swimming in a rising spiral while releasing streams of bubbles from their blowholes, building a cylindrical wall that panics the fish into a tight trapped ball near the surface. The whales then lunge upward together, mouths open, through the exact center of a trap they built as a team. Just as striking is what happens away from feeding grounds. Male humpbacks sing long, structured songs that can last over 20 minutes and travel for miles underwater, and within a single population, every male sings close to the same song, a song that keeps slowly changing together over months and years, as if the entire population were composing one evolving piece of music none of them individually wrote. The sperm whale. Its head alone can take up a third of its body length, built around a massive reservoir of waxy oil called spermaceti that early whalers assumed was a strange form of sperm, which is where the species gets its name. Researchers now believe the organ helps focus the most powerful sonar clicks of any animal on Earth, loud enough to stun prey at range and possibly to control the whale's buoyancy as it dives. Sperm whales can descend more than a mile below the surface and hold their breath for over an hour, hunting almost entirely by sound in total darkness. Some return to the surface scarred with sucker marks larger than dinner plates, evidence, and the only evidence most researchers ever get, of battles with giant squid that no camera has ever fully documented. The orca. Despite the name, this is technically the largest member of the dolphin family, found in every ocean on the planet, and different populations that share the exact same waters can go their entire lives without eating the same thing. Some orca clans hunt almost nothing but fish using techniques passed down through generations. Others specialize exclusively in marine mammals, including seals, sea lions, and occasionally other whales, and have been documented intentionally beaching themselves on shorelines in Argentina to snatch seal pups before wriggling back into the surf. These groups don't interbreed, don't share hunting techniques, and communicate using distinct dialects specific to their own family lines, differences that come from culture, learned and taught, rather than anything encoded in their genes. The narwhal. What looks like a spiraled horn jutting from the front of this Arctic whale is actually a tooth, an elongated left canine that grows straight through the upper lip, almost always in males, sometimes reaching over 8 feet long. For centuries, tusks traded out of the Arctic were sold in European courts as unicorn horns, fetching prices worth more than their weight in gold. The truth turned out to be stranger than the myth. The tusk is porous, threaded with millions of nerve endings that researchers believe let the narwhal sense subtle changes in water temperature and salinity, functioning as a sensory antenna as much as a weapon or display. The bowhead whale. In the late 1990s, biologists examining a bowhead killed in a subsistence hunt off Alaska found something embedded deep in its blubber, the head of a harpoon, a design that had gone out of use by American whalers around 1880. That single object forced a reassessment of how long these whales actually live. Combined with chemical aging techniques that measure protein changes in the eye lens, researchers now estimate that some bowheads may live well past a century, with one individual's age placed at close to 200 years old. Adapted to the Arctic with the thickest blubber layer of any animal alive, and a skull dense enough to break through sea ice more than a foot thick, the bowhead may be quietly carrying a longer, older memory of the ocean than any other mammal on Earth, swimming through waters that have changed entire centuries around it.